We're supposed to be dancing here, but the music's not playing.
Move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to
Move it.
all girls all over the world. Original King Julian for the
Hey
case
guys,
man.
you know what we do here, right?
All the girls move their body. And when you move your body, you don't move it
Tag your
nice and
friends,
sweet
tell them
and
to
sassy.
jump on the
Alright?
broadcast.
When you're cute, and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on model. When you're cute, and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on model. Physically fit, physically fit, physically fit, woman, physically fit, physically fit, woman, nice, sweet, fantastic. Big your body out in the big tight and woman and nice, sweet, energetic. Big your body out in the big tight and
Hey,
nice, sweet,
everybody.
fantastic. Big your body out in the big
How are
tight
you
and woman and nice,
tonight?
sweet, fantastic. Big your body out in the big tight and I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to
Move it.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it,
All
move
right,
it.
well, I
You
just
like to
realized that, yes.
Move it. Move it.
woman you cute, and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on mother. Woman you cute, and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on mother. Eyeliner, funny face and make one mud up. Nose powder, funny face and make one mud up. Like your eyebrow, funny face and make one mud up. Got your lipstick, funny face and make one mud up. Woman you nice broad face, and a nice hip. Make man flip and bust them lip. Woman you nice and you don't get thick. Picture about the ocean at the big tight leg. Woman a nice broad face, and a nice hip. Make man flip and bust them lip. Woman you nice and you don't get thick. Picture about the ocean at the big tight leg. Whoa, 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 whoa. I like to move it, move it. He like to move it, move it.
We like to move it, move it. We like to move it. All right, everybody. Okay, so, every week there's something, right? And this one we were a little delayed. I'm over here dancing and singing, and it's not even broadcast into Facebook. So, hey, what can I say? It was connecting, but I had forgot to click go live on Facebook. So there we are. But we are here and we are excited. Be sure that you've commented. Let Charlie know you're here. And of course, tag your friends to tell them to get on over here because we don't want them to miss a thing tonight. We've got some drawings to do. And you got to be here for our weekly Parties Up drawing, right? So you don't want to miss out on that. And all the good stuff like that we've got going on. So it's time for us to get started tonight. Good evening. Good evening. I can't see yet who's here, but I know Charlie can see who's here. And so, guys, we want to, we're just excited to have you here. And hard to believe, but we are already over halfway through July. In fact, we only have about 10 more days left in this month, I believe. Is that right? 10 more days left in this month. Yes, 10 more days left in this month. So we have a lot to get done here so we can make sure that we hit our goal for the month. And I have to give away some more stuff and all kinds of good things like that. All right, so let me get some of these banners off over here. Move It Monday is done and take that off. Take that one off. There we go. All right, so here we go. Let me get this up to get us started here. And our quote for tonight, good evening, everybody. We don't have to engage in grand heroic actions to participate in change. Small acts, when multiplied by millions of people, can transform the world. I want you to think about that. And you might be going, well, Marsha, what does that have to do with our Tupperware business? Well, guys, I cannot stress enough how important each and every one of you are to the success of our company, Hooray Sales. But even more so, how important each and every one of you are to the people that you come in contact with and the opportunity that you have to spread the word about Tupperware and how Tupperware can make their lives better. And there's so many ways that we make people's lives better by using Tupperware. Besides the fact that, of course, we just all love the product and we know there's so much we can do in the kitchens. I want you to think about some of the ways that our product can help people. And in the comments right now, guys, go ahead and just comment like, why do we need to make sure that people know about Tupperware? Now, most of us have heard somebody say, I thought Tupperware had gone out of business. And it's such a sad thing to hear when you have a company that's been around for, almost 78 years, that people go, I didn't even know you guys were still around. What's even more sad to me is that we have a whole generation of people who think Tupperware is anything that's plastic. So you see, we have an important job in the sense of being the ambassadors for Tupperware, to be the influencers of Tupperware. Each and every one of you have the opportunity to be an influencer with your products. But then let's think about that. Let's take that next step. Okay, so we're talking to people, we're connecting with people, we're letting people know about Tupperware. But why do we want them to know about Tupperware? Why do we think Tupperware needs to be in their house? Well, we all know Tupperware can help you save money, right? Did somebody put that in the comments? It's, definitely it helps people save money. It helps people with their environment, to save the environment, right? Because they're cutting down on the waste. Part of the reason that I started in Tupperware with a degree in environmental science was because I believed in a product that could reduce the amount of waste that we throw away. We give people recipes, we give people things that they can use the product for, and be able to cook in their own homes, to eat healthier, to make nutritious meals, to create memories in their kitchen with their family too. Think about that. One of the things that I remember when my kids were little, my daughter, which most of you know, Corinne, was having her tonsils and her adenoids out, and I'm in the hospital waiting. And of course, there was another mom there whose son was having his tonsils and adenoids out, and we were talking, and she was a child psychologist. And as we were talking, she says, she was talking about an older child that she had, that she wanted to always be sure that was involved in activities and things extracurricular, but more importantly, that she was home when her kids were at home in the afternoons, because she goes, that is the place that we have the opportunity to influence their beliefs and their lives by being there for them when they are in that situation, when they come home, when we're picking them up at sports and in the car with them, when we're in the kitchen cooking, because they will open up and they will talk when we're not grilling them. Nobody wants to walk in and say, how was your day? What happened today? Tell me all about it. That scares them. But when you put them in that position where they're helping you in the kitchen, number one, they're learning great skills that they can use later in life, but also they feel comfortable with you. And that's one of the reasons why being in the kitchen is so powerful. And so I say this to you guys because we think sometimes, well, I have to do these big things for people to notice, but we don't. It's that little bit of stuff that we do every single day that makes a difference. And in our business, it isn't necessarily being the top person in sales or getting the biggest order. It's about the little things you do every day that impact your customers, those recipes that you share, the people you come in contact with, adding one more person every day to your contact list. The more you're out there and you're talking and you're sharing, the more people you're going to touch, the more people are going to share about Tupperware, the more people you're going to reach, and we're going to make a difference. And we're going to be the ones who grow our business and grow our company, and at the same time make a difference for the people that we come in contact with. So I really want you to take that to mind, because we are going to talk a little bit tonight about some products that we have that can make a huge difference for people. And I want you to be ready to take some notes on that. And I also want you to be thinking about right now, what is just a small act that you can do that could have a huge impact on your business, a huge impact on growing your business, and a huge impact on your customers if you were to do that one thing. Okay, so I want you to think about that, because I'm going to ask you to share it in a little bit. Right now, though, I want to take a moment to recognize, and I have the wrong date up there, but these are the right names of the people who have parties up for this week. It should say July 25th. I'm trying to know what the Thursday did. July 25th to the 31st. These are the folks who have parties up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm going to go over here and get my number randomizer and say, I would like a number from, let me put that in there, where's the number? It's not giving me my place to put my numbers in. Where is it? Oh, there it is. 1 to 12. Is that what I just said? 3, 6, 9, 12. Yes, 3 to 12. There we go. All right. Done. Oops. Done. Okay, so 1 to 12. Here we go. Shake, shake, shake. Let me put the bigger one on. Okay, shake, shake, shake. Number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 7 is Elaine Trail. Elaine Trail, are you here? Are you here with us tonight? If you are here, Elaine, put a comment in there. Let us know that you are here. Because you just won a party pack from me, but you got to be on here to win it. So let's make sure that we are all here every week when you have your parties up. Also, be sure that you have registered your parties up so that you can be in this very special recognition. But more importantly, because if you have parties up, it means you're making money. So make sure that you have your parties registered each and every week. Elaine Trail, are you on? All right, moving on. We do also have another thing that we're working with right now. It's our Summer Fun Weekly Activity Challenge. We've done our first 2 weeks. It's time for me to draw our third week, and then we will have another drawing for the week that ends on Wednesday. This week, we are drawing for a beach blanket. It's a waterproof blanket with a nice fuzzy on one side, and it rolls up. It's great to take to the park. It's great to go on a picnic with. It's great. It's huge. And I forgot to bring it up here to show you, but I'll bring it up maybe after our trainer's on. I'll run and get it and show it to you. And it's time for us to find out who is the winner of this. So let me go over here and pick up my screen. There we go. All right, here we go. And we are on our screen now for our weekly Summer Fun week number 3. All of the folks who submitted $50 or more in the week that ended last Wednesday are in it to win it. Let's find out who it's going to be. And the winner is Kay Brown. Kay Brown, congratulations for this challenge. You do not have to be on here, but hopefully you'll watch the replay and you will know that you were the winner of our drawing tonight for our weekly Summer Fun drawing. This is a July challenge that we are working with. It's a lot of fun. Did I forget to take that off? Stop the screen. There we go. And I'm back. Okay, so hopefully she will see this and will, be on here and celebrate and tell us, all the kind of good stuff that she's doing this summer. But right now, we're going to go ahead and look at our specials that we have going on this month. It's always great when we have specials each and every month. And it's even more fun when these have so much possibility of what things we can do with them. And we've had a lot of fun with all of these specials. But, one of my favorites in this group of products is one that I truly believe helps you have an organized life. It helps you have a money-saving life. It helps you to eat healthier. It helps you to really create some great times in the kitchen with your family, and that is our Freezer Mates. Freezer Mates to me are one of the most amazing products that Tupperware's ever had. We've had several different variations of it. Every one of them I've loved, because there's nothing better than going to the freezer and being able to know, it's almost like you went to the frozen fruit section in the grocery store and your freezer is stocked like that. There's no more UFOs, those unidentified frozen objects. Instead, you have stuff in there, you have it labeled, you have meals for the week, you have food that you harvested in the summer and you put up, and you can, in the winter, dead of winter, you're eating your butter beans and your peas and your corn on the cob that you went out and picked, or at least shelled or froze and put up yourself. There's just something so very gratifying about that. And so tonight we are going to talk a little bit about it. Actually, I'm not going to talk about it, but I have someone who's going to talk to you about it, about the Freezer Mates, but more importantly, using Freezer Mates and using your own do-it-yourself techniques can save you money, can save you waste, and can save you time. And of course, it is the one and only Corinne Brown. Welcome, Corinne.
Hello, everyone.
And I'm going to, do you want me to leave that slide up or take it off?
Can you make it smaller to the side, maybe?
Yeah, I'll do that.
That way we can reference
Okay,
back to it. But there we go. Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a marvelous Monday. I'm not sure about you guys, but these clouds lately are making my head hurt. They're making y'all's head hurt. Just want you to know you're not alone. Okay, you're not crazy. We all are having a little pressure with this fun weather that we have in the Carolinas. But let's talk about saving money. I mean, a lot of people you're hearing, they're talking about inflation. They're talking about the cost of things at the grocery store. They're talking about how much it costs to eat out. Like so many different things. And the reality is Tupperware is a solution for these people. When you look at all the sales, I can tell you all day long why Tupperware is great. But the biggest thing I want you guys all to take away right now is that Jeffrey Gitomer said everyone wants to buy, not everyone wants to be sold. What that means is if you offer a solution to a problem that someone has, they want to buy from you. So never, ever, ever feel like you are burdening people by sharing with them facts. Never think that you are being a nuisance by sharing solutions or by giving people tips that can save them time, space, and waste. You are a commodity. You are amazing. Be confident in the fact that Tupperware is a solution. Be confident in what you represent, and then you can see amazing things happen. Okay, with the freezer mates here, I love the freezer mates, and not only for myself, it is one of my top sellers that I do for half off for hostesses, but it's also one of my top ones that I have for my customers. $59 for this whole set is an incredible value. But before we even get into the value, let's talk about the uses. I do want to do a shout out for Karen Edwards. She had done a post the other day. Go stalk her Facebook page if you haven't yet, of just talking about buying meat in bulk. So my question is, and put it in the comments, how many of you guys have ever go hunting? You have deer that you keep maybe in a deep freeze. How many of you have ever split a cow, or you're getting the chunks of meat and you got to split it up between other people? And then beyond that, with the meats and splitting it up and that sort of thing, how many of you guys buy in bulk? I do want to know that. How many of you guys have a membership to Costco or Sam's or BJ's? Like, how many of you guys use that and you go buy your things in bulk? The thing is that Tupperware is that solution that will save you money. When you look at Ziploc bags, let's just say, for an example, one set of Ziploc bags is going to cost someone roughly like $50 a year, just if they're buying like one or two. If they're doing one or two a month, that's a couple hundred, right? And then you think about the food waste, because your food actually isn't staying fresher longer. In fact, I have this little cost comparison sheet I was flipping over to give you guys. That one actually is for lunch containers. I don't want that one. But it's looking at silicone or Ziploc bags, a box $5 a month. You're looking at spending $60 a month. That's over $300 a year adding on. The point is, when you're rebuying plastic bags over and over that you then break stuff up, you're really not saving money. This is the whole point of it. You can go buy in bulk. You can buy half a cow. You can go and shoot your own livestock / game and have it. But if you don't have the proper tools to keep it fresher, you're going to be throwing it out anyways. And that's money you're throwing away whenever you throw your food away. Tupperware is a solution for them. So by showing them that, by asking them the questions, how many people have thrown food away? How many people go to Costco, but you feel like you never really utilize your membership because you never get through all the food? How many of you guys have the avalanche of bags that falls and hits you on your head? Offer those solutions for people, and they're going to see why they need it in their lives. Another way that to be out there, make sure you guys are soft selling. How many of you use the products yourselves? If you don't, you need to. I love the Freezer Mate Small. This stays in my fridge a lot too. One of the reasons why is I grate my own cheese. I had a Tupperware party yesterday, and one of the girls there didn't know that a lot of grated cheese, to keep them fresher longer, they use like sawdust. Basically, the preservatives that keep it is the same ingredients type breakdown as sawdust, okay? So you're getting sawdust and all these other preservatives when you buy cheese that's pre-grated. When you buy the brick, grate it yourself. It's fresher. You can take 1 pound block, will grate between 2 containers, and then you actually could freeze one of the containers for later. That way you always have cheese on hand. These are great for storage. I have my cheese drawer where I know everything can go. If you're slicing cheese off bit by bit, you can still put them right in here. Whenever I do dinners, we cook rice. Any extra rice I will always store in here, because then whenever I have fried rice, I'm ready to go. And I've got my ingredients ready for a quick dinner on hand. It's like those meal prep tips. How many of you guys do these things? And how many of you are sharing these tips with your audience, sharing these tips with people that you know, and sharing with them solutions? Sometimes you don't even need to talk about just the product, just showing them the solutions. They're going to say, hey, what are you using? And then you're able to talk to them and say, hey, let me tell you about Tupperware. Oh my gosh, this can save you over $350 a year just by using a container that lasts longer than most marriages. Okay. Or lasts longer than most people. I do the farmer's market almost every other weekend during the spring and summer. And someone always comes up to me and tells me they have Tupperware older than me. Okay, I am 42 years old, and guys, I am very proud that my company has been around for 76 years, and that it's still kicking and still making warm fuzzies and doing great things for people that know the product. But we got to get out there, and we need to make sure that we are sharing that with people. We need to make sure we're sharing with them the different memes of how they can save money. One little fun trick too, you can also share, if you didn't know this, with your freezer mates, you can vent and serve, you can write on them with a Sharpie, and then you can actually use alcohol and it wipes it right off. So if you don't have labels, though we always recommend doing your labels, you can have that right on there too. So if you're buying in bulk, freezer mates are incredible for that. If you are trying to meal prep and want to pre-portion, these are great for that too. I also think about this, you know, those large bags of veggies that you have, think about every time you pull that bag out of the freezer, what happens. When I first started selling Tupperware, this is one of the big ahas that I got at a training, is I was told how every time you pull that bag of veggies out of the freezer, it starts to defrost. As it starts to defrost, then it's starting to decrystallize, right? Because the frost is changing. Then you put it back in the freezer and then it recrystallizes, and it recrystallizes different. Then you're starting to get frostbite on your veggies. Every time you pull it in and out, it defrost, refrost, defrost, refrost. That's how you get frostbite. So how do we keep our produce fresher longer, whether it's in the garden, whether you're buying in bulk, whether no matter where you're going? Put in your Tupperware freezer mate containers. You can pre-portion, so you only pull out what you need. Dinners are done quicker. You're saving money, hundreds of dollars every year. Share this with your customers, and they're going to see why they need to take advantage of these, not only now, but always. And why now the special is when they don't want to miss up. So those are some great ones for you there, Marcia. Get you back up. I'm trying to think of the annual cost is always great to know too.
Did you want the thing or not?
Which thing?
I thought you were asking me to put up something.
Oh, no. I was just saying I was done talking about freezer mates, and I was moving on to Marcia.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's good to know. All right. So yes, and I love some of the things that you said, Corinne. Let me just kind of recap. I want to hear from some of the folks if any of you had questions about anything that she said. Somebody said yes, the venison and the freezer burn was a big one for most people too. And one of the things that I think is really important too to know, this is one of those great little aha things you can share with your customers. Corinne kind of mentioned it, like when you go to the grocery store and things are on sale or whatever. But there's actually a science, I don't know if it's a science, but there's a system to how ads run at grocery stores. And they tend to have a cycle. And that certain things are always going to go, they'll be on sale, on a kind of a rotating thing. So like, I love Starbucks coffee, but I don't like to go to Starbucks to get it because it costs too much. So I wait for the Starbucks to be on sale. And so one week, regular price, it's like $11.99 for this, coffee. And then the next week, I go in and it's $8.99 for the package of it. And I go, well, that's a good deal, but I've still got enough. I'm going to wait because I know it will go on sale even lower. The next week I go in, it's $11.99 again. And then the next week when I go in, it's $6.99. So in just a month's time, it has changed the price a couple of times. So I grab a couple of them when it's $6.99 because I know that's going to happen again. Now, the cool thing is that it might be on sale at one store, but not at another store. And so if you check your ads regularly, your chicken will go on sale and it'll do the same thing. It'll be here It'll go on sale to here. It'll go back to here. It'll drop even lower and it'll come back. So usually once out of every 6 weeks, there's a low. And then the rest of the time, it's somewhere in between. Hamburger, chicken, pork, any of your proteins are going to be like that. So you'll see the same thing happen with your cheeses. A lot of times, Corinne mentioned those cheeses and those pre-graded cheeses, and they'll do the buy one, get one so that you come in and buy more of them. But the reality is if you wait and buy the blocks when they have those BOGO, then you'll be able to save even more money. So, just take some of these things that Corinne shared, and your freezer mates can be great for all of these.
Yeah, I want to say Colleen did share about doing the BOGO on the chicken. So just shout out to Colleen. That was a great comment. And Donna had shared she uses her freezer mates to make ice packs for the cooler. And that's one that I didn't think about saying, but that's a great one. So I'm so glad that you commented there. If someone's seen it on a different platform, I wanted to highlight that. And I wanted to share this too. At the party I had yesterday, we also talked about using the silicone bags to marinate your meats. So go ahead, buy the chicken when it's on sale and go ahead and pre-flavor them. Put the Southwest Chipotle seasoning on them. Put your favorite salad dressing, your own hacks. And then because the silicone bags are liquid and airtight, you can close them up, or you can use the others and it marinates it. So then when it's time, you can put it right into that Micro Pro grill, or you can do it right into the oven or the different places. When I showed the Micro Pro grill last night, it was just literally chicken thighs. And like, I don't eat meat, y'all. So I think it's funny. The vegetarian cooks meat at the Tupperware parties, but we took a thigh and just put Southwest Chipotle on it. 5 minutes in the Micro Pro grill. Their minds were blown. And then when I shared the fact that you could take it a step further, buy that it's what's on sale, go ahead and pre-freeze them so you're ready for your portions. They're like, oh my gosh, now I don't have the stress of meal prep, because people think meal prep means you have to have everything lined up, spend hours in the kitchen, and it's all of this. Mm-hmm. No, and you don't have to eat the same thing every day. There are different kinds of meal prep. You can meal prep for you, and Tupperware has the solutions to help.
Right. And this freezer mate set and of course silicone bags are perfect for this too, because you can do you can even do a whole meal, in the thing, and then you can just pop it out and put it into your vent and serve to heat it up, or you can do them I love them small deeps, because those are a great size just to pop out, and I can throw them into the pressure cooker and put them in the pressure cooker and they cook there. So you could actually just have your beef with your sauce on it for like a beef and broccoli, and put that in there. And then you can go ahead and chop up your broccoli, and you can have it set aside if you wanted to do it so that you've got all the things ready in the fridge, or you can freeze all of the proteins with the sauces. And then you just can use, you can use actually frozen veggies, and you can measure those out, and you could put little things together. And you say, this is the beef and broccoli ones, and this is the pineapple chicken, and this, and you could have everything there. And now you use
smoothies. Pre-done. Don't buy those bags that are pre-done. You'll waste too much money. Just buy the bags. We do this for my daughter. She loves dragon fruit, and those dragon fruit mixed blends are ridiculously overpriced. So we'll get the dragon fruit separate. We buy the cheap fruit, and then we make her own. We save a ton of money. We're not sacrificing what she wants, but we're being smart, and we're utilizing the tools that help us do that.
Yeah, and they say that if you were to buy those, people buy those kits that they come and so you can make your own food. And there's different ones. There's either some that come that are ready for you just to put in the oven and cook, and then there's those that you have to assemble. But the reality is, it's like $10 a person for the ones that are already put together, and then it's like $7 or $8 a person for the ones you're going to do the work on. Well, go ahead and just do it yourself, and you can do it for like $4 a person. Yeah. And it saves so much money like that. Also you can make your meatballs. You can freeze the meatballs. You can make your cookies. Go ahead and start making cookies now for the holidays. Freeze the little balls, put them in there, and then when it's time to cook them, you've got them all done. So you're not.
Hey, listen, I perfected a cookie recipe. When you do the small balls, you can do 2 of those in 5 minutes in your Micro Pro grill. Okay. So not only are we doing cookies for everybody, we have cookies for mommy. Mommy doesn't have to share anymore. Just 2 for you.
So guys, hopefully you got a few ideas here of how you're going to talk about your freezer mate sets these next 2 weeks. You can Google meal prep and pull up some meal prep recipes. There's some really great ones out there. Even they do, some of the classes that people do, they take these big Ziploc bags and they have these stands to make them stand up. And then they put all the stuff in them and they seal them and they freeze them. But once again, that's stuff that's going to go in the landfill. So you can use your large silicone bags that have the flat bottoms that sit up by themselves. You can use those, freeze those. Once you're done with that one, you just reuse it. So you're going to be saving tons of money. And you can even use those to put into the oven themselves or the microwave themselves to cook right in the same container. So those are just a few tips for you guys tonight. Thank you, Corinne, so much for all that you shared. I know everybody's so excited about that. And we're going to keep on going with some more stuff. Just a reminder, guys, TuppDays. It's, Prime Days happens for 2 days, twice a year. TuppDays is happening every week for 2 days. And we don't know what days they are. We don't know what there's going to be on sale, but we'll get notice. Usually about 3 days. So Friday, they told us it was going to happen Monday, Tuesday. I don't know when it's going to happen next week, but Tupperware will let us know. But the great part about it is they're doing this to create some fun, to create some energy, to create some excitement, and to keep people coming back to your website. Now, this week, last week we had some special items that are like vintage items that we don't normally have. And so, they had a limited quantity of these. This week, they chose to do it a little differently. And this is kind of like one of those things that can really create a little bit of excitement and urgency for you guys. So remember this morning, I did our post of the day. Sometimes I'll give you a post of the day. And it was all about prepping for school, getting the things you need to be able to send the kids off to school, to be able to pack their lunches. Once again, saving money, home packed versus pre-packed, how much you're going to save, plus how much you're going to help the environment. Well, this time, and just for today and tomorrow, so this is going to end tomorrow, they have put these items on special. So there are all of these items right here are on special at new prices. So what you see here are actually the new prices. Now this is huge because that 18-piece Get It All set is a fabulous deal at $54, but right now it's $39. So that is $15 less than it'll be on Wednesday. It's $15 less than it was yesterday. So that way, you can reach out to those folks. So a couple that I really want you to focus on, of course, the snack pack, the lunch bunch set, and the 18-piece are phenomenal ones to be talking to. If you posted that post that I shared this morning and people had liked it and maybe commented or said something, you need to send a message to them individually. You need to say, oh my gosh, look what just dropped. It's only until tomorrow at 11:59 Eastern time because it's only for 48 hours. And we're almost to the end of 24. So you got to act fast on this. This is also where you have the opportunity. We've been talking about adopt a class. So many schools now require that the kids bring a water bottle for to fill up and reuse every day. And a lot of kids don't have the money to go buy a water bottle. So what you can do is do a thing. And also, this is the other thing. I think it's really important that there's some consistency because, the child who maybe has like just a, reusable, water bottle that, is maybe just a disposable water bottle that they brought to reuse every day. And then there's somebody over here with their Stanley cup and they're like, So, what you can do is sponsor a class, collect, ask people to help you sponsor a class and donate the water bottles for a whole class. So reach out to your local schools, reach out to your especially the schools maybe that are your title. I forget what number it is. But there's the schools that that have a high number of kids that are have financial assistance necessary, and a lot of schools right now are doing things to donate school supplies. So this goes right in with that. You could do these water bottles right now are $5. So what you could do is actually, you could either show the $8 price one, so that way you have more time, but you can offer that for every 2 purchase, you'll donate one. Because if somebody pays $8 for 2, and you donate one, that's $15, and that still will help cover the tax and the shipping. So and you're going to do a bulk shipping and have it all shipped to one place. So check into your local school, see, how many classes they have, how many, or pick a class, how many children are in this class. My niece is a teacher. Last year, I said, how many kids are in your class? You need water bottles, for your class. She said, yes. I sent her, 30 water bottles for her class. So everybody had a matching water bottle. Nobody, was any better than anybody else. It was a great thing. And she said it was so moving to be able to give everybody that water bottle and them not have to, purchase one. So these are just some things that you can do. Check also your local ball teams, your rec league. Sometimes, if you've got a rec league, let's get everybody a water bottle. Let's, sponsor the league. Let's get each team to raise money to be able to do this. And if you just reach out into your community, go to some businesses, local businesses, and say, hey, we're doing a water bottle drive. We're collecting money to purchase a water bottle for every student in the kindergarten or every student in the school, depending on the sizes of the school. Would you donate? Would you like to donate water bottles for a class? Would you like to adopt a class? And you could ask businesses to do this. They're going to give you, the money for the whole class. And that way, and you'll make sure that their name is on this special certificate. Make a little certificate and say, these water bottles, are brought to you courtesy of, and you can have it where they get a thing. And then they get a certificate signed off or a receipt signed off so they can take it as a tax deduction. Guys, you could run with this tomorrow. You've got until the end of the month to do this at the $8 value, but take a jump with it this tomorrow and really run with this. And that way you could have these extras and be able to do a little bit more. So just a couple of ideas there for you to be working with, guys, this week. Okay. Now I want to talk to you about recruiting for just a minute, because guys, this is such a huge thing. This is the thing, we talked about at the very beginning. We can do small things that can make a big difference. And this is one small thing that can make a huge difference in somebody's life by being able to help somebody make that extra money so that they can do those extra things for their family that they'd like to do. Maybe they're homeschooling and they want to be able to have their kids involved in extracurricular things that require some investment. Maybe, their child wants to take dance lessons, or maybe they want to go be in a special traveling league of ball. That takes a lot of money. This can be a way that they can make money and not have to be away from their families, because they can actually take this business and do it wherever they go, which is huge. Maybe there's someone that has health issues and can't get out and go to work. This could be a way for them to make that extra money to help out with their medical bills, to be able to help out with those little extra things that they would like to have or they need that they can't afford on their budget that they're on. You have the ability to make a difference in somebody's life simply by talking to them and offering them this opportunity. Don't hesitate to ask people, can I tell you about this? Please do this, because it makes a difference. Everybody deserves to be offered this opportunity. Not everybody's going to say yes. That's okay. I'm not asking everybody to sell, but I'm offering everybody the opportunity because I want them to be able to make that decision. And when I offer it to them, I also say, you may have never thought about doing something like this, but don't you owe it to yourself to at least hear what I have to say? And I'll give you a free gift for listening. And if it's not for you, that's okay. But maybe you know someone it would be good for. So you could help me get the word out just by listening. And then you talk to them about what it could do for them. And one of the ways that I'll start that too is I'll say, I know you're not interested, and that's okay. But if you were going to consider something like this, what would be important to you? And I get them to tell me, because then I can show them how Tupperware could be that thing. And you will not believe the number of people who told me they were not interested in selling Tupperware, that when I changed it and I said, I know you're not interested, but if you were going to consider something like this, what would you want to know? What would matter to you? And then I talk to them about what Tupperware has. They go, I never knew Tupperware could do that. I never knew I could do that with Tupperware. I think this is something I might could do. Because see, we say no because we're afraid. We say no to what we don't know. And so if we don't ask and we don't offer, then what we're doing is making the decision that they're a no. So guys, this week, I'm going to challenge you all to get out there and talk to people and share this opportunity with them. We have this amazing program that we have for all of our new consultants where they can get all this Tupperware that they want for free. If you've got someone who's expressed an interest in the supersonic chopper, someone who's expressed an interest in Venton Surf, or someone who's expressed an interest in Ultra Pro, you could reach out to them and say, we have this great program for our new reps for the first 90 days. All you got to do is, let me help you do 2 parties during a month, and you could get all of this stuff for free. Plus, you're going to make some money. Will you let me help you do this? That can be huge. And in the process, you're going to qualify for this great Venton Surf set. If you watched the M&Ms last week, Carla showed you how to make a beautiful cobbler, a lemon blueberry cobbler, and a Cajun jambalaya in these 2 pieces. So you have to get those 2 pieces in your home, right? All right. So if you, on Saturday, you should have received a text from me. If you didn't, it means that your phone number is not in the system correct, or you've blocked me from sending text to you because it told you that we were doing an If It Fits, It Ships. What is If It Fits, It Ships? It is a box of Tupperware that I give away when we have a certain challenge. This one started at noon on Saturday and goes until 11:59 on Wednesday. Submit $50 and you are in it to win it. And then you have an opportunity to add additional chances for every 200 you sell after that. And the more we sell, the bigger the box of Tupperware. I will fill it full of Tupperware. If you've never seen me do it, go back to our page in the search bar, just put If It Fits, It Ships. There's some live videos of me doing them in the past. I promise you the box is full of stuff and it's free. All you got to do is get out there and talk about Tupperware and share your products with them. All right. As a reminder, our 2-week challenge that ends on Wednesday is this amazing set just in time for back to school. And whether you need it for yourself or you want to offer it as a gift or to someone who books a party with you, or you want to do little sets and sell them as deal of the days at your party. That's another thing I love to do at the end of my in-home parties is I always have something that's like a while you're here kind of deal. And so with this one, you could put some things together. You could offer them as specials for them to take advantage of. You can also use them as incentives. If they place a $50 order with you, if they place a $100 order with you, they can get one of these for $5 and you could have a little bundle of things put together. It's just a great way for you to be able to use these special offers that Tupperware gives you as a way to grow your business. All right. And then of course we have our gorgeous lunch set there for $1,000 in sales, and of course our stack cooker with the serving spoon and that fabulous spoon rest there for just $10. Good gracious, that's an amazing deal. All right, guys. As we close tonight, we'll want to remind you let me go back for just a second because I did want to show you. Let me take this off for just a second. I wanted to share with you the things I told you I would run get it while Corinne was training. So this is the bag that we just did our drawing for. So yay, there we go. So that is a fabulous little thing that we have. And as I said, it's nice and soft on this side. It's waterproof on that side. It folds up. It has a handle, so it's easy to carry. This will be perfect to carry to the beach and all those places. And then we have a drawing going on this week. This is what this week's is for. It is this fabulous utopic summer. And it's got all the things like this other pieces. It's got the seashells and stuff. It's a 3-piece canister set. This is what we're drawing for this week. So once again, make sure you hit submit because your hit submit this week's counting for double for If It Fits, It Ships and for that fabulous set. So that's it, guys. with all of those, I'm going to bring this back up and close with this one final quote of the night. And it kind of goes back. One person can make a difference. You don't have to be the big shot. You don't have to have a lot of influence. You just have to have faith in your power to change things. You can change where you are today by the actions that you take now. You can change your attitude by choosing to focus on the things that you have control over. You can change someone's life simply by offering them the opportunity to join you in the business, taking them by the hand and showing them the way. We are game changers. We are life changers. We make dreams happen. Let's do that this week. Let us change someone's life this week. Can you do that for me? You promise me? All right, guys. Love you all so much. Be sure to tune back in at 9 o'clock for tonight's M&Ms. We have some great tips and ideas on how to do some fun experiences that will change some people's lives too.
She like
All
to
right.
move it. You like to
Move it.
They like to move it. You like to move it. I like. Oh, did I? Have I done I? Did I do I like to? I think I did. I like. We? What about we? They